Hi, everyone. I'm Kelsey.
And I'm George, and you're listening to the Box Officers Podcast. Thank you all for tuning in today. Please continue to support us by leaving us a star rating and review wherever you're listening to this episode. Watching a bad movie is like witnessing a serious crime, but have no fear, the box officers are here. Each episode, Kelsey, me, and J Pat will review a new movie, and at the end of the episode, we will classify each film according to the severity of punishment.
Yes, so films can be convicted of a felony, a misdemeanor, an infraction, or on the rare occasion found innocent. Now, without further ado, we have the movie you've been waiting for, Regretting You. So if you have not seen this yet, you're going to need to go pause this episode, watch the film, because we're going to give you a lot of spoilers. Otherwise, let's get into the episode. This is actually based on a novel by Colleen Hoover, and I think it was released in December of 2019. So I've never read that book. Have you?
No, I don't read her books. I heard they were like freaky or something. Is that
Our
her or is that someone else?
our controversial queen indeed. I don't think it's like freaky deaky in a sense, but it's freaky in the sense that like it's always like a very unhealthy relationship, like toxic relationships. There's always some form of domestic violence. Like nobody's ever been safe and happy. Like I just don't
Okay.
know why it's consistently like that. I've only read two of her books, but I'm familiar with like some of her other stuff, and this is like I think the most tame, for lack of better words, in that like, and even then it's still like traumatic. It's just like, you know, nobody's getting beat up.
Yeah,
Finally,
and it's still PG-13.
yeah. Which I was kind of surprised, but I'm glad because I hate when movies like overdo like the rated R stuff for like shock value, and then it's like, is the movie good or are you just like really shocking me with what you're doing on screen? And this
Offensively.
was, well, yes. And it's like, this is not a movie where you need it to be like doing the most. The plot itself was good enough. So, you know that little blonde girl,
Yes.
McKenna Grace? She is all grown up. They're gonna have to find a new little blonde girl in Hollywood. She's an adult now. You know, she was in everything. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I
I didn't know.
noticed
I'm not familiar with any of her work. It's the first time I've seen her.
she was in some other things. There's a movie called Gifted. She was in Ghostbusters, two Ghostbusters movies, Annabelle, one of the Annabelle movies. She was on Young Sheldon. She was in a Scream movie. She was in Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, I could keep going. This girl is booked and busy. And anytime, here's really like why she's known. Anytime there was a white blonde actress in Hollywood that needed someone to play her younger self in the flashback, it was McKenna Grace or one of two other white girls. It was like always her. And
I never
who's
peeped
gonna play
that.
them now? I knew this girl. It was always her, and she ate it up every time, and she ate them up here too. I know you love Dave Franco, as do I.
So funny, but this role, I felt like it was weird. I didn't really like him in this. It
Me
was
either.
ill-fitting. Yeah, they could have casted someone else for it. Like, I don't know. He didn't need to be in it.
Yeah, which
Like,
is hard because I love him, but I agree. I was like, it wasn't a role where I feel like we saw. I've seen him do better in like almost everything else that he's ever done.
I like him in like comedy stuff. I'm trying to think of a movie that he's been in that wasn't like funny that I liked him in.
Did you watch Together, the movie he did with his wife, Allison Brie? We ended up reviewing that one. I was for no, we didn't. I actually don't think we reviewed it.
I don't think so.
I was forced to watch it by Blessing, who knows I don't like scary movies, and she was like, "Come on, be for real, or you're losing your credentials." And it was actually really good, but now that I think about it, it was serious, is why I brought it up. But now that
Okay.
I think about it, it even had like moments of comedic relief because he's just a funny guy, you know? And his wife is really funny. But I would say like 89% of the movie was really serious and he did really well there. So I think it just depends. But that was like a horror movie almost. And
Okay.
it's just his year. I don't know how Hollywood does this. Like, do they plan in advance who's going to be like the actors of that year? Because he just did that movie that came out in like August. Then he has this movie, and then he has Now You See Me like 3 or whatever it is coming out in a few weeks. And it's like, I'm sorry, I can't recall seeing Dave Franco in a movie theater for the past like 5 years. So why
No,
is he
for
all of a
real.
sudden like
Coming
what
back.
happened?
I feel like they
And that
do
happens a
have
lot.
like rollouts. Like maybe they just take breaks, like sabbaticals and stuff, and then when they come back, everything is just like back to back.
Yeah, it's just crazy though, because it'd be different if he had like a movie a year from now or something. But they said no, like the second half of 2025 belongs to Dave Franco, and it's like you
Okay,
guys had to
I'm here
plan this
for
years
it.
in advance. No,
I'm
love
not
that for
mad at it.
him. Love that for his wallet. But
Period.
crazy. Low key with Allison Williams, it's not the same, but I just think there are so many actors. And Allison Williams was just in Megan 2.0.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, this is, I mean, it's time has barely passed. Like, how did, I guess they're auditioning. They got to pay for their lifestyle somehow, I guess. But still, it's
Get that
just
bread.
always interesting to me. Like, y'all didn't know nobody else? Like, I don't
I
know.
feel like that's why Nepo babies do so good because I feel like they just choose who they already know. Like they're not trying to find new talent anymore for real.
Yeah, you're right. Do you like Scott Eastwood?
What was his character?
The dad that died.
Yeah, any type of way. Like it was honestly, this whole movie was kind of bland to me. Like I don't know who this movie was like aimed towards. Was do you think it was aimed towards teenagers? Like I don't know. Like I
No. I think young adult women that are okay with like not great relationships, maybe. I don't know. I just feel like that's Colleen's
I feel like they tried to play both sides and they didn't satisfy nobody. Like it was like they were trying to
yeah.
play the, I guess, adult women, middle aged women, and then like kind of get like the little teenager angle. But then just everything felt a little flat to me. Like we didn't get death in anything.
Yes. It does kind of fall like across the board pretty flat. I agree. And I think that for me, I kind of I don't know. I think I could feel it in my bones. I don't know if I'll leave this in the. Let's see how I can word this where I can leave it. Okay, I'll just say I personally did not want to go watch this. I didn't want to pay to go watch it in a theater. I feel like I love going to the movie theaters, so it's just like for me to already look at it. I don't know if it was the trailer. I normally don't watch trailers so that I can enjoy the movie more, but that trailer was the movie and it was the best parts.
I
And then
didn't watch the movie either. I
even
mean the
the
trailer.
ending, yeah, I mean, if you had watched the trailer, maybe I would have told you don't go see the movie because it was like that obvious. And I just hate when they do that. Like, you should be giving us a vibe in a trailer. Don't tell me like what the movie. Don't show me what's happening for real. I
It's
almost
an
feel like
epidemic. It's an epidemic. Like they keep giving too much information in those trailers. Like,
I'm
what's the
trying
point
to
of going to the movie?
remember exactly. There was a movie and I can't remember, but the trailer basically none of the stuff in the Loki. There's a movie coming out with Jennifer Lawrence and somebody else who is slipping my mind right now. That trailer, at least the one that I saw, I don't know what that movie is about to be about. Like it literally was just a bunch of
But
random
they can't
stuff.
do it too much because it's like then it's like okay, is this even worth seeing though? It's a balance. Like
And that's kind of where that one veered. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's on our list, but I was like, help me find a vibe so I can know like what I'm getting into, but don't tell me everything. Let's keep it discreet. But I will say this movie as a whole, also sorry to my girl Willa Fitzgerald. She did really good. That's the blonde that died, the
okay,
sister. So she did good. All of these people, Mason Thames, that's Miller, so the teenage boy, also did good.
he did
It
good.
wasn't
He did
the
good.
acting. Yeah, I feel like it wasn't an acting thing. I feel like it's a story, and I knew that
For sure.
ahead of time.
It
So,
definitely is about the storyline. Like, it's like, did we really need to see this? Like, I don't know. I just feel like they should have either tried to make it more for people, like, I guess, young adults, or more geared towards the middle aged people. Because I feel like the storyline, I did like the teenager girls storyline, but it just kind of gave like rebel, like, I don't know, like it just gave like angsty teen, like typical storyline. Like, I didn't get anything from it. So I feel like they low-key could have like downplayed that to give more of the middle aged woman, like make it like their movie. Because I think there was more
mhm.
to do with that, expanding on the like cheating and stuff, and mistakes that you
Yeah.
do in your life, because they didn't really go into much about the cheating either. Like, they just kind of like,
They
or the death,
didn't.
to be honest.
They didn't. And that was those were the two most interesting parts of the movie, and they said, "Well, somebody died." Like, I don't necessarily want to see like a graphic car accident, but y'all not we didn't see even the sister texting in the car, cuz there was the whole issue for like McKenna's uh McKenna's character Clara. She was like, "Oh, it's my fault, whatever, whatever," because she's texting her aunt. Y'all didn't even show the aunt in the car like texting, like there was opportunity
Beforehand.
there. They were just like, she's getting a phone call that somebody's dead, and it's like, and then even the investigation of like, hey, were they cheating on us, like, take me through that a little bit more. I'm not saying it needed to be like a 30 minutes part of the movie, but it was interesting because even with the letters, they were like, we don't want to read them. Okay, but I do. Like, I would like to know.
Like, give us something, because this
I needed to
relationship is
know.
not giving. Like, okay,
And
you
you're
guys
not
are
even telling me
together.
enough. Yeah. It was just like, you're not telling me how long they were together for real. Like, the affair was happening. I can like assume it was a pretty long time just based on the situation, especially because like that baby was the guy's, the dad who died. So I'm like, I can tell that they were seeing each other for a long time, but I need you to walk me through it or give me a flashback so I can see if it started back when they were like teenagers. Show it to me. Like, I need to understand, but I never got that. They were just like, oh, there was an affair and these people died. Okay. Like,
The
thanks
only
for
reason I
nothing.
would see that why we didn't get too much information, let's say, if I play devil's advocate, maybe they want us to
Mhm.
see it from the point of view of them, in the sense that they really, like, they would really never know everything. So it's
Yeah.
like, I guess
You're
they can
right.
only know so much versus us knowing everything, because like we're the viewer. So maybe they wanted to us to maybe be closer to like in their shoes.
That makes
But
sense.
with the like a plot this flat, like I don't know if they properly executed that. That's the problem, because I was bored. I was so bored.
I was bored too. I hate using a phone during a movie, and I hate checking the time. I had to check my watch so I could see like how much
How long was
longer.
the movie again?
It was 1 hour and 56 minutes.
This could have been a Hallmark movie.
It could have.
This probably is
It could
one.
have.
It probably is one very similar to this. I don't know. This was just not my cup of tea.
It wasn't mine. If I had an alternative, I would have like thrown it out there, but I didn't know I wasn't gonna like it this much until it was too late. It's like when I went to watch After the Hunt and I said, we're not reviewing that this week. Like, let's find something else. Because I think I already knew, and especially for J-Pat, I like already knew this was not gonna be for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, we gotta do it, and it's a cast that like we can kind of recognize, and Colleen Hoover, her books, and just dialogue around her right now is like pretty popular.
Yeah.
So
Pop
I said, let's
culture.
tune in. Yeah, it was. I mean, this was for the people. This was for the community, but gosh, it was not for us. I also thought that the plot, though itself, like the premise, is interesting though. Like, it's sad because like I feel like the movie felt boring, but I like the story itself, like what's happening is actually kind of crazy, and that is not boring. So I just think it was like the way they executed it. But like, you think about it, your sister and your husband have been having an affair, and you find out because mid affair they die in a car accident. a car crash together. And then you find out that your sister's baby daddy has been in love with you this whole time. And that's why he left your sister in the first place, but now they're dead. And he's also heartbroken. And it's like, will we get together? Honestly, like at first I was like, that's really weird. And I'm not gonna lie, it still feels weird because like even if you were cheated on, like that is still like he is still
Your sister's baby
the
daddy.
father. Yes, but I think it's weirder for him because that is your best friend's wife, your deceased best friend's wife. Now, he wasn't a best friend to you, but you just found that out. So, like, why are you able to, like, flip so quickly, I guess? Like, I think it would have made more sense for me if they were like, oh, it's been 2 years and now they're, like, kind of pursuing this. But it seemed, like, immediate. Like,
Yeah.
you guys still have flowers
Like, damn, y'all been
be
thinking
delivered
about this?
for the wake. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, so y'all are all weird. And then also, it's your baby mama's sister. And you're not even like a second cousin. That's her blood sister. That's kind of interesting to me. But I get it because it's like, I mean, they're dead now. Like, what are you gonna do? And they did hurt you, but it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm glad they showed the flashback of him like low key being into her when they were younger, because otherwise, I was gonna say they just like trauma bonded,
Yeah,
which
definitely
still
for
could be
sure.
true, but
Which is valid. I mean, that's really traumatic.
it is, and like that's actually you think about the mom who got like cheated on, right? That's gotta be crazy because you lost your husband and your sister in the same moment, bro. Like that's actually
And found
like
out they were cheating together.
like
Like, what
I
what
honestly
emotion do I have?
when I jump off the top of the hospital, like the roof of the hospital, like could you blame me? Like that's actually like a wicked, wicked, wicked thing. And that's why the daughter was upsetting me. Now your mother, you're grieving. We see you and you are important. But that's her husband and her sister, and you're being like rude to your mom. Like, why are you doing that?
Angsty teen. That's what I'm saying. Like, it just gave
I don't
angsty
like that
teen.
trope.
There was no like depth to her. Like, it's just like okay, we've seen this a million times.
Yeah, I hate that trope. And if you think about it, like her even dating the other guy is like that was a whole thing. And I personally like I don't really like watching teenager like stuff anymore. Like I think I really would have
Like,
enjoyed that segment.
like,
Like I hate to say it, but like I'm not beating those allegations because it's just like I don't. These are high schoolers. I don't want to see. I don't care. I don't want to see this mess. But I feel like um, it was one of those things where it's like she was also he was right using him as a way to get back at her mom. I think she genuinely liked him, but she was like playing into it to upset her
yeah.
mom. And I'm like, you're not understanding. And I will say though, I think she would have understood a lot sooner if they had just been honest about the affair. I see why they didn't want to tell her, but like, I don't know. I just think I don't know. Maybe a
She
month
might have
after
went for it.
everything.
Like, it's the betrayal, the lies and stuff that I think make it worse. Like in the way that she found out.
I feel like I was gonna say because now you're like I'm finding this information out and y'all knew and y'all didn't tell me, but I think
And
it's
y'all
one of those
did.
things where yeah, if y'all are gonna have feelings for each other, like you owe it to me to tell me all the information so that I don't have to be angry and hate you guys too. And then also, I thought about when the mom was rearranging the house and she was getting rid of like the bed frame and the rearranging the kitchen and she was redecorating the house. If you're a daughter, you're in high school and your dad just died and you see your mom giving his clothes away, that's like messed up. But if you know that your dad cheated on your mom, you might empathize with her need to like move forward. But like she didn't know because you didn't communicate. And so I feel like that was probably like an unnecessary like hurt for her because now she thinks like, oh, my mom's just like throwing away my dad and pretending like he didn't exist when that's not the case.
Yeah. Trying to erase him.
Yeah. I'm like, that's hurtful. What about when Dave Franco tried to like give the baby? away for 2 days. It was a
Yeah.
little, but
Yeah, I was like,
cause
I don't know about that one. But I get it. He's
it was a
human.
little crazy.
You're human.
Yeah,
But it's kind of great. And
yeah,
people do give up their kids for like adoption and stuff. So I do get the sentiment. He only did it for 2 days. So at least he, like,
yeah.
became responsible. But I was like, okay, what the baby do, bro?
I don't know if I like just was not like the lights weren't on and I just wasn't thinking, but I actually it never crossed my mind that that might not be his child. Like
It
I
didn't
just
even for
forgot
me. Yeah, but they
because
actually
there
make
was
sense
too
to that.
much
I
other
forgot that
stuff
she's a
going on.
girl. Yeah, because I was like, if she's cheating with him and she's a girl, then yeah, it could have been possible.
Yeah, and I just didn't. I mean, I was still stuck on the fact that they both like died together, and I'm like, there's an affair, and I completely forgot. I saw, oh man, like that's not even his kid, and he was like, he has his smile or something, and that's how he knew it's a baby.
That
I
has to
don't.
hurt,
There,
bro.
yeah, that's like, and then it's like because you loved the child already because you thought like I finally have a kid, and then to like just give the kid away, like obviously was a knee jerk reaction,
Yeah.
but coming back like that had to like hurt too because you're like, oh my gosh, like because you now you know the truth, so you'll forever have to live with the fact that like this baby unfortunately is the product of an affair that like ruined lives low key. But I think it's one of those things where like I don't know. I guess he'll get over it. It seems like he did, but I don't know. He also just kind of like outside of that, he was super calm and not like at all. They didn't show us a lot of his like struggle outside of the time like we saw his apartment at first or his house was like really messy. I was
Yeah.
like, y'all are a little
It might
calm
have been
for
because,
me.
like,
Everyone's fine.
yeah, I mean, his kind of makes more sense. 'Cause I guess he really actually didn't like her. So it's like, okay, I guess you're just sad that she's dead. But, like, you don't have that,
Yeah.
like, I love this person, they're gone type thing. So I'm like, I guess I
Yeah.
get his, but
Yeah. I don't know. It was all a bit weird. Everything about this movie was like weird, but still like so distant. Like I just couldn't dive into it in the way that I was
yeah,
hoping I
that's a
could.
good way to say, like, it was distant. It's like you was looking at something happen. You weren't really like thrown into the film, like feeling like, oh my god,
Yeah.
there's a lot at stake right now. Like, oh my god, what happens if he doesn't go to film school? Like, I didn't feel any of that. Like, I was just kind of a little aloof. Like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I did not watch It Ends With Us, but I don't know if you heard people talking about that. That's also based on a book by Colleen Hoover.
I
I
did
didn't
see
watch
the
the
like
movie.
controversy with that book,
The book and the
or not the book,
film
the
and what happened
rollout.
on.
Yeah,
Yes, and like all of the things with the cast and all of that drama, but it's just always something with my girl Colleen. I just don't understand.
I've never seen her before.
Anyways, I Colleen Hoover,
Yeah, like I've never seen her face before.
she looks like whatever you thought of in your head, like that's how she looks. Beautiful woman, but like yeah, she looks how like you are assuming.
I know she getting that bag though.
Yeah, like Colleen and her grandkids children are fine. Like everybody's fine. Congratulations. But sheesh. So I guess we should come to a verdict. I personally, I would have to say that this film is getting a misdemeanor. And I just, I don't know how to articulate it other than like, I just didn't like it that much. I feel like sometimes I have like a really, like, I can give you like, okay, this should have been done different. This should have been done different. This isn't one of those times. I just didn't connect to it. And I feel like there wasn't a way for me to buy in. Like nobody dragged me in, and it was just an interesting story. But for me, this was something more so. I almost okay. So my mom did read the book, and she says that the book she enjoyed the book more than the movie
That's
because
fair.
I almost just said that oh, this isn't really something that I think I want it to be a movie, but I feel like it would be interesting to read about on Twitter. I guess it's interesting to read on paper in a book too. So
I read about on Twitter.
yeah, I mean, because honestly, like, how long is the book? That might be overkill as well. Yeah, I thought the acting was good and the story was unique. But unfortunately, those two things are not enough to make me like dive into a movie. And so it was exceedingly average, like the most average thing I've ever watched. I couldn't even care enough to dislike it because like it wasn't special enough to
You
be
have no
like
strong feelings
hate
about
it
it.
at all. Like, and I feel like apathy is worse than me like hating it. Because at least if I hate it, I'm like, oh, I care enough to like
It
criticize
made a
it. I
mark
don't.
somewhere.
I
Yeah.
I don't. I have nothing for you. I have nothing. What did you think?
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think it was a misdemeanor, but I'm leaning towards felony. But I'm gonna say misdemeanor because like there wasn't anything like egregiously like, oh my god, like this is actually stupid. Like I'm not watching this. So I'll go with misdemeanor, but
Yes.
like heavy. So
Mm-hmm.
because I'm just like you, this is not really like my type of movie, but like I feel like there's things that you can go into that aren't your type of genres and stuff, and they still can become good movies because they're just good movies. Like a good movie, like surpasses its genre. Like honestly, so I don't really
Yeah.
think that's like an excuse, but it also just wasn't anything that was that offensive. Like this could have been like a Netflix Hallmark movie. Like there is no need to have like a red carpet rollout for this at all. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll give it a heavy misdemeanor because this is like what did I watch, bro? Like this feel like came out in 2016. Like it affected me zero. Like I
I'm
gained
so
absolutely nothing from
dead.
this. Like I did not need to watch that.
I wasn't moved like at
I,
all. I literally was like, was this my only option? But I I don't know what else we would have reviewed. I hate to say that too because the cast, I want them to know is nothing on you guys. They put a lot
yeah, it's just the
of like
storyline.
people I like in there, but it's just like it wasn't a good movie adaptation. That's all. And who's to blame? Probably a few people, but
Screenwriters.
I don't know. It kind of, yeah. And now I'm curious. I'm like, if I won't read the book because the movie put me off. But had I read the book first, what I would have thought, I mean, it's hard to make a movie that's better than a book, you know, when you adapt it like that. It's just like, there's something very colorful about like people's writing. So, but this,
I
it
think
was
that's what it
like,
is. It translates as
I
bland.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know. We didn't get to go. I feel like when you do a movie, like, we need to be able to go deeper, and you didn't. And it was like two on the surface, two on the nose. It's like you took me through, like, a chain of events. Like, hey, girl, like, let's meet up for coffee. Like, what have you been up to? Oh, you know, like, dating my sister's baby daddy. Like, it was just like you were just telling me what
Dead
happened.
sister.
Yes. Yeah. Like, don't worry, she's not mad. She is not here. That's kind of how I felt.
Childish.
So yeah, um, yeah, they're all that's unique though, very unique. Angsty teens, you know these obvious tropes. I'm not a fan of like the more like I don't know. I just don't like stuff like that. Give me something new. And then
Or
like
not
the
even
guy
you.
that's
Like
always been in
I
love
feel
with you
like
since high school and never said anything. Like
yeah, like I'm like it
I
could
don't
be a
like
classic
those
trope.
things.
Like I don't think just it being a new like a classic trope like gives it negative points, but it's just like they also you added nothing to the film world by making this. Absolutely nothing. So it's just like if you're gonna use a classic trope, you could like spice it up a little, like give the audience something worthwhile. But like okay, I'll watch the movie.
I think the affair and the baby is interesting though. I still think that, but I just don't think they told it in an
Yeah.
interesting way. Like let's say you have two people go through the same experience, they'll tell that story differently, and one of them you'll be more engaged because they're a better storyteller. I don't think this was good storytelling. But I find the like idea like it could have been. I recognize the potential and I see why somebody somewhere sat at a desk and they said, "Hey, I'm going to give you a lot of money to make this." Because like it is a cool idea, but somebody else had to tell it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we should have left it in the book, Colleen. I don't know. Sorry, girl. Sorry to everybody. Well, I didn't even want to. I almost like. I was thinking really, really hard about like, what do I even say this episode? Because I don't have anything to say about it. I don't have any thoughts.
This is like a movie that you play in the
probably,
background of like another movie. Like, let's say they filming a movie and they need a, like, the kids are watching the movie, and it's like this movie.
I'm dead.
Like, it's
That's
just
kind of
like
crazy.
it's like a stock film. Like, you know those stock images. Like, it's like that wash of a movie. Like, I don't explain it. Like, it's just so sanitized in a way. Like, I don't know. There's no soul.
No, that was the perfect way to describe it. Do you know that picture? It's like old, iconic stock image where the guy is walking with the girl and he's like looking over his shoulder at the girl, like behind him. Yeah. And then I saw someone like they used AI to like make it come to life, so it was a video. That's what this is. That's what this movie is. Like,
no, for real, no.
A stock image that came to life.
Yeah, like, it's just
I just hate it.
Like, there's no, like, see how that image didn't need any words, but they just like did that image with words. It's just like, we didn't need y'all to explain that to us. We need to like something else. Like, that could be explained without words.
It's sad. I hate
whole world out here, guys.
To do this to I mean, it's not our fault. We're just the officers. We're just here to lay down the law. It's above us.
That's it. Just follow the rules, guys. Just come on.
Like,
gotta do better. Gotta do better.
It hurts me to hurt you, So it's just like,
Miss Colleen, I don't want to see you in here again because we're gonna be a little more aggressive. We'll let this slide this one time, but gotta do better, man.
Literally, like, jail. Sorry, you're going to jail. But, you win some, you lose some. Sometimes we have a week where the movie just flops and we're all like, okay, we got to talk about it anyways. And that's how I felt today. I was like, let me just show up and do my job. Let me clock in. But yeah, so I think next we have House of Dynamite. Very interesting. I'm excited to see that. That's more my speed, I think, anyways. So I'm looking forward to that. But otherwise, you guys, if you've seen this movie, you simply must let us know your thoughts because we could be wrong. I don't think that we are. But if we are, you got to let us know. So make sure to comment, tell us your thoughts. If you are a Colleen Hoover activist, let us know why you feel that way. And be specific. But to everybody else, we will be back here on the Box Officers podcast next Wednesday.